Texas is a very diverse state. It's what makes Texas so great. Always has been. We're this big mashup of all these different people and cultures. That's why we have some of the best food and the best music, right? And the best culture. And it's why I love my state so much. But that is a threat to some folks who are in power, who don't want to see these rising, black and brown communities starting to exert their influence in the political process. And so I mentioned that grabbing these 5 seats is the goal. That's the what. We should talk about the how, though. The how they do that is by intentionally dividing communities of color, black and brown communities in Texas, to dilute their voting power. Right? There's a historic Latino neighborhood in Houston, Texas, that it's a pretty big neighborhood. So when it's in a congressional district, it can pick the representative of their choice. They may not pick a Latino rep, right? They may pick a black representative, a white representative, Asian American representative, but they get to pick as a community. But now this new map divides that community in half and then takes both halves and draws them into white rural areas, which now have a bigger say. So you've watered down their voting power. You've intentionally cracked their influence in the democratic process. So these maps are deeply racist, and it's something that all of us learned about in the 20th century. I'm not sure if everybody realizes it's still happening in 2025, and it's something, again, we should all reject because it's deeply un-American.